And again, this is where I can put STL files.
Okay.
STL file.
I can download STL files.
They didn't send me a sign-in sheet, so I'm gonna have them do that.
Okay, so let's show first how to transmit to Atlantis. Okay, now I'm taking a chance here because I don't know for sure if you're if they. I asked them to set up Atlantis as a lab, but I don't know if they did. Okay, so I'm on Cerec Connect. If you look here, do you see how I can't see anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you want to, you can put it in Windows mode. And that is drop this down and hit Windows mode, and now I can minimize and maximize, okay? You see, I can turn it off, I can shrink it, I can, do basically whatever I want to with it by putting it into Windows mode. Or I can take it out of Windows mode. Okay? So this arrow, that's also how you get to the configuration. In configuration for any of the softwares, there's parameters. And so you can set up your parameters on how you want your crowns designed. Okay? Now this is Cerec Connect, so it's not going to have it. But there's parameters under the configuration, which I'll show you. Okay? Once you're done, you just close it. So this is Cerec Connect software, and it shows search patient database, or it shows show all patients or add a patient. So we're going to just add a patient. And I can look at the whole patient database. Now again, I don't know if y'all have, if they've set up Atlantis as a web, as a lab.
I don't believe that is set up.
No.
We'd have to maybe set that up during lunch.
Okay, let's see if I'm still connected to the internet. No internet access.
Oops, come in here.
Put just the patient's last name, okay? So I'm going to say I'm the patient. I don't put in first name. I don't put in date of birth. I just make it up. So normally, and it comes up with it automatically, typically, but it comes up with just today's date. So today's the 31st. But just, it doesn't really matter. Just whatever date of birth you want to use.
Could you use that date as a prep date so then you have an idea of when this patient came in for this?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Now, that's interesting.
Are you doing general dentistry stuff right now?
No, we're
No?
doing implant. And then we put in the doctor. For the first name, just make up something, right? And then add case.
For the patient ID, is that where you put the PO number or no?
Yeah, you can. You put
Okay.
the, or what I do is under the name. Okay, I'm sorry, I should have shown you that. So I can do it under the name and put in the PO number. So if I know the patient's in there, then I go to show patient, and the patient comes up, and there I am. Okay, so I can add a new case, or I can open this case.
Got it, okay.
Okay. And then I can add a new case to the same patient. You don't have to put the same patient in over and over again. Okay, so now, here is our choices, okay? We could do a crown, and this is Cerec Connect. This is not chairside. See, Cerec Connect. We could do a crown, we could do inlay, we could do onlay, we could do veneer, we could do implant. When we do implant, let's say...
Why are you doing it from Cerec Connect as opposed to like one of the other sides, like the in-lab side, when you scan? Aren't there two different sides that you can scan on that machine? I'm learning too, because this is all not my job.
I can scan it in chairside,
Uh-huh.
but then I would do something chairside with it.
Okay, gotcha.
I could, but it'd be kind of roundabout.
So all your implant stuff you do through Cerec Connect?
Right.
Okay.
Well, but to send it to Atlantis, or send it to Azento, or send it to Simplant, I do it through Cerec Connect.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm on implant, and then this is tooth number 13. So I go 13. Now, select scan body type, okay? And it comes with cam log, Dentsply, other. So let's look at Dentsply, Sharona, others. That's Astrotech TX. Astrotech TX.
That's tie-based though. So
Yeah,
you have to
this
go
is-
to other.
Right.
Okay.
This is tie base, okay? This is tie base for Astra TX. Now there is tie base for EV now, but we got to update the software to be able to see those tie base choices for EV. I don't personally like doing tie bases. I think they waste time. So what you can do is you call it, just say other, okay? And just other. Because we're not seeing a tie base. We're going to take an impression of the implant and send it to Atlantis or Zento or Simplant, right? Now, the other thing you could do is define restoration. I don't have to call it an implant. I could say it's a crown, okay? You don't have to call it an implant. And I could say, I can just send it to them a crown. All I've got to do is get the files to them, okay? So call it an implant. Don't call it an implant. It doesn't really matter unless I'm trying to do tie base, and of course then you have to call it an implant, okay? But you could call it a crown. But we're calling it an implant because that's what it is. But for scan body type, you say other, okay? And then you do select materials because it won't let you go. See, if it's a red line, you can't go past it. Now this doesn't matter. Remember, this is trying to do a prescription so that you would send it to a lab and the lab would would do something with it or send it to Atlantis. So you're trying to tell the lab everything. I want glass ceramic. I want this shade. Okay, you can pick a shade and put a shade in there, but you don't have to. As long as the green lines and this okay comes up, you can stop. But if you want to, you can put your shade in.
So the material is the final material of the crown.
Yeah.
Perfect,
So
thank you.
it doesn't matter at this stage, right? Right. It's
Right.
just it's okay. So we hit
Trying
okay.
to get to the next step.
Right. It goes to okay, and now we go. This is called double arrow or chevron. So whenever the chevron's lit up, you can move forward. So we can move forward. Okay. Now we're in the scanner. Prime scan is different than OmniCam. Prime scan, automatically the camera turns on. OmniCam, prime scan it turns on when you pick up the camera. OmniCam automatically turns on, which I don't like because I don't want to carry it to the mouth on because I'll get the lip and tongue and everything in it. So how do you turn the camera off and on with your foot? And you just pop it up, pop it down, right? Don't hold it up. Now, here's the difference between prime scan and OmniCam. Here's OmniCam, here's prime scan.
Yeah.
Okay, look at the difference. Now, this doesn't mean prime scan's harder. Yes, prime scan's thicker. So if you have a patient that can't open, then they're going to need a sledgehammer to the head, right? No, you may have trouble with this, huh? Because it's thicker. But this is bigger, so it gets more data. So you scan less because this is bigger scan area than the OmniCam, right? One of the things that you may find when you're scanning with OmniCam that can be frustrating is trying to get contacts.
Right, yes.
Has everybody had that?
Yeah.
The issue is the camera is here. Have y'all
Yes.
This is the camera and it's looking forward and it looks into this mirror and the mirror's pointed back. So when you're scanning, you're not scanning down, you're scanning back at an angle. Does everybody see that? This angle is what it's scanning at. Everybody get it?
Yeah.
Because this is the camera looking into that mirror, okay?
I just read that.
So that's why it's very important to watch what you're capturing up here, because it's not down. Now you're like, well, Dr. Douglas, this is the same. It's thicker, it's bigger, but it's the same angle, and it's got a mirror in there. See the mirror in there? That's not the scanner. This is in here is not the scanner. This little tiny thing right there, that piece of tape, that's the scanner. So the scanner's scanning straight down. then you're like, well, why is the mirror there and why is the mirror at an angle? That's the light direction. So that's shining the light
So that's
down.
easier.
So when you scan with Prime Scan, it is scanning straight down. Okay?
Angle.
Right? Do you see that? It's scanning straight down, not at an angle. Okay? That's just, but, you know, they both work perfectly good. Okay. So, it always takes you onto your treatment arch. So we're on the upper. Did I tell it what tooth number? I did, right? 13.
13.
Okay. So, now historically, we would scan on the occlusal first.
Right.
Because with blue cam and red cam, it needed to see the occlusion and then you would drop down. If you read the research, the newest protocol is actually scanning from the buccal, starting on the buccal and around. Personally, it doesn't really matter that much unless you're doing full arch scanning. And then I would start on the buccal, come around, then the occlusal, come around, then the lingual, come around, okay? But if I'm not doing full arch scanning, it doesn't matter. So we can start on the occlusal or the buccal. Turn the camera on.
That's horrible.
Wait, what's our color?
Okay.
It's still scanning.
Oh,
Now we can drop down to the.
Oh, see, there's.
you changed the color? You
I
changed the
didn't
sound?
change it.
We can change it to hard.
No,
Yes,
we
you can
were.
change
It was hard.
Okay, do you see?
It was
and this
hard.
historically, everybody look. Do you see how it has trouble on incisal edges? The Prime Scan doesn't have trouble with incisal edges, okay? So what do? Go back to the premolar, then come down, and then come forward. And again, it's the lack of data on the incisal edge that gives it a problem. But Prime Scan takes care of that. Okay, don't waste time. Do you see how quick? Now let's do lingual. And let's do an proximal. Oh, to get the proximal, what do? I pick the camera up, and I point the camera this way. And I come here, and I pick the camera up, and I point the camera that way. See, I already got them. Another trick is to take the Omnicam camera and take it and point it back. Like this, you see? And go buckle and point it back to get the contact. Because again, it's not looking straight, it's looking in the mirror. The Prime Scan, you don't have to do that. You can get the contacts with this Prime Scan just being straight over the teeth. So there are improvements with Prime Scan. Everybody get that? Okay? Little tricks. Do this, do that. When you're looking, don't look at here. This is the tendency. Residents, the tendency is to look in the mouth. Okay? Don't look here either. Look here. Okay? And see what data. Watch again. Do you see the white? Do you see that? See, I'm there, but I'm not getting there. This is what it's showing me I'm capturing. Is that white, that a white area. So watch here. Okay? We're done with that. Now, let's do, okay.
So
Yes,
can you
today I was
explain
trying to touch screen.
why you scanned that?
I was like,
Oh, no, I did not.
Yes.
Okay, so why? Look, we're sending this to Atlantis, right? For an abutment. The fixture's already in. So I scanned it without the tie bait, without the impression piece, without the intraoral flow or intraoral scan body in, okay? Because I can get the contact. If I have that in, I can't get the contact. Everybody get it? Okay.
Do you have to leave the healing abutment in, or do you take it out?
I take it out, so because I want the tissue. Okay, I want the tissue in that scan. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the opposing. That's a great question. Thanks, Doug. I'm going to go to the opposing. Oh, I should have shown you on the bucket.
It doesn't like that.
Doing what?
Now I don't need to get these because I'm not doing these crowns, but I can. See, I do that little trick, and then look under the contact and get this little trick. Also, turn the camera, so I can turn the camera into the patient's cheek and look like that. Do you see? I just got it. But do you see what I had to do? I had to turn it into their cheek and point, get back there. Turn it in their cheek and then point. Okay? So I got enough there to be able to do this crown. So we were doing it. Okay. Questions. Now, I'm faking this, okay? So these really don't go, cast don't go together. But we will make them go together. Kind of, sort of. Okay, there we go. Okay, buckle. Tell the patient to bite down and hold it tight. Don't open, don't move, okay? Patient, don't open, don't move. Buckle. Stay close and put it in their cheek and then scan. The important thing is that you get the free gingival margins. Do you see how it brought up the ghost image there? Mm-hmm. That says it's got enough. It's got enough of the upper model. There's the lower. Do you see the lower ghost showed up? It's got enough of the lower. I'm done.
What ghost? On the
So
back.
The free gingival margins that it's looking
Oh, that means
for.
a
See
copy.
the ghost?
Got it.
As soon as those ghosts show up, you're done. Okay, we're done. Other than I haven't got the intraoral scan body. Okay? Now, you're seeing me do a bad thing. I'm holding this in my lap. This right here, assistance, is $5,000. This. You drop it, and it's $5,000 probably ruined. Okay? This, and I don't know how y'all are doing it here. We can talk about that. But this sleeve is $750 or something. One way of doing this is cover this with plastic wrap and buy these sleeves for $750, and the VA doesn't allow heat disinfection, heat sterilization, right? There's no heat. So these have to get high level disinfection through SPS. They soak it. But if they get the soak stuff, they're supposed to use a stopper. If they get the soak stuff inside, it ruins the camera. It ruins the lens, the mirror, and the lens. The other thing is they sell plastic. And the plastic one covers it, and it's disposable. Have y'all all seen those?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have it.
Those are fine.
We don't?
Except you can't full arch scan with them. And you can't do, if you wanted it to pick your shade, you can't do shade selection with that plastic on. Okay? So you have to take the plastic off. And then these need high level disinfection or wrap it with plastic or something. And then wipe it, right? Whatever y'all's protocol is. On the Prime Scan, they're making these where they can be sterilized or plastic, or the whole thing is plastic and disposable, or where this is reusable, they can sterilize this, and the glass, this is plastic, and it gets thrown away. Okay? So they're going to have 4 options. They have 4 options with how to reprocess this versus the 3 options with this. Okay? So, now, we don't have our scan body, but it's here. Okay, do you see it? Right there. See the arrow? It won't let me go forward because I don't have my scan body impression, a scan. If I called it a crown, it's not going to ask for that. So what do? I come here and add a catalog, and I would add scan body. Upper scan body, and it would put it down here. Did you ever see it? So if I called it a crown, I can always add the scan body, but it's here, right there. Now what do? This is upper. I'm not going to rescan. I'm going to bring this, and I'm going to move it over, and do I want to move it? No, I want to copy it. Okay?
Oh, cool.
So now I've copied. Save time. I've got both catalogs filled. But this scan body one does not have the scan body in it, okay? So let's put the scan body in. If y'all seen the EV scan bodies, they only go in one way, just like the Atlantis abutments do. So you rotate it around till it drops in place, and then you hold it down and tighten it.
Is it different sizes, or just?
So just like you have different impressions,
different sizes. Okay.
Different sizes. They're
color coded.
They're color coded. So interestingly, like ours are all color coded. Yellow is yellow on the base.
Okay.
Right. I could show you some.
And you just finger tighten it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just finger tight. Here they are. So they're color coded. So residents, what color is the 3mm fixture? What color? We'll skip that one because that one's not used very much. What color is the 3.6?
Purple.
Purple. Absolutely, that's good. You were the first one. This is Jeopardy. Okay. I actually
What
have a
is purple?
Jeopardy implant Jeopardy I do with my residents. Okay. What color is the 4.2?
Yellow.
Hello.
Yellow.
but thanks for saying something. What color is the 4.2? Yellow. What color is the 4.8?
Blue.
Blue. What color is the 5.4?
Brown.
Brown. What color is the 3?
Green.
Green.
No.
Okay? So they come, the
See, all
intraoral
the
scan
resident
bodies
Astro
come in those
implants
colors.
really well.
Look, see, they're jewel toned. No, girls, you can't wear them around like earrings, okay? See those pretty jewel tones? So you're welcome to look at these. This model, everything's 4.2, okay? So we've put it in. Now look, I'm doing 13. So to save time, I've copied it in. Now I'm going to come here. I'm going to cut this out. Okay, let's make it bigger with the center button. The center button makes it bigger. The left button tips it. The right button moves it. Okay, so we made it bigger with the center button. I'm going to cut. I'm going to come in here, double click to start it. Single click to set it. Stay away from the contact. Single click to set it. 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 Single click. And double click to finish it. And they should connect. You should be connecting back, okay? This is what it says I'm cutting out. I hit apply, and it's going to remove it. So what I've done is I don't have to rescan everything. I just have to rescan that one area to make everything faster, okay? And so now let's go back to our model, and we're ready to scan. What's important on this scan body is to get that flat surface, not this writing. Doesn't matter about the writing on there. What doesn't matter about this internal stuff. See all that internal? That's not important. What's important is that flat surface right there. Right there, see it? And the tissue.
Is that always on the buckle?
No.
No, it's not. It depends on how the fixture went in.
Okay.
On these models, it's always on the buckle because they were made that way. But yeah, depends on which way the fixture goes in. Okay, now, because there's a 7th slot and tab, and it's picking up that 7th slot and 7th tab.
Okay.
We're done. Okay, and now see the double chevron. See the double chevron here? I mean the chevron or the double there? We can go forward.
Sure.
Now, it's going to make the models. With the prime scan, this is faster. Model making. With the prime scan, it's making the models while you're sitting there scanning. This one, it takes a little bit longer, but it's great because you used to not be able to see anything, and they've added this so you can see it counting down. Because people would get anxious, like, is it crashing? What's happening? Is it working? So it tells you, yes, it's working. Just calm. Okay, this would be a great time to go to the restroom or look up something on the patient's chart. Take the scan body out of the patient's mouth. Edit model. We don't have to do this, but you can. Look how great that model looks, huh? Okay, so to answer your question, if you want to see something that you can't see, this is the expansion thing. Now, it's not really expanding anything here, or condensing thing, okay?
Got it,
These.
okay.
So manual registration, if it's not showing up, let's see if that still shows up, but if it's not showing up, expand it. So here's manual registration. We don't need to manually register it. It's done. And because there's the bite, okay? I don't like looking at the bite like this. I like looking at the bite like this.
It's okay.
If you leave it like
I want to
this,
see it.
this is the way it's going to come up until somebody changes it. So if you get to the buccal bite registration and it looks like this, then just come here to display, to analyzing tools, and do model contacts, because this is what I want to see, because I want to see were the teeth really touching on either side of whatever I'm doing, right? Was he really biting down? If he's not biting down, I'm going to retake my bite, okay? But this is automatically done now, but you can still look at it. Trim. You don't have to trim, like I said, and especially in Cerec Connect, I don't have to trim, because this is just getting sent off. I do want to make sure the bite's right. So see, I can go forward. When we're doing chair side, I'll show you trim. I can go forward.
Check your internet connection.
Okay, so connection to the internet. Hi. What's going on with the internet? It's showing you how to download the core file, but we'll do that. Here is Atlantis Web Editor, a web order.
Really hard to do this. How do you take a photo?
This is Order Digital Solutions.
Oh, okay.